Welcome back. Mosley told us about the other patterns from the other murder scenes, like the one we found at Lake Pontchartrain. And he said that we could take a look at them if we asked Officer Franks to see the file for this case. So let's see that. There's Officer Franks. And let's ask her.
Excuse me, officer.
Yes?
No, she still won't make us coffee, but she will get the file.
Can you get a file for me?
What file would that be?
The Voodoo Murders file? Detective Mosley said I could see it.
Really? Well, if he said so.
Shouldn't you check that? I guess not.
There it is. You can look at it all you want, but don't leave this area with it, okay? And no photocopies either, I'm afraid.
Of course. I understand completely.
I understand, but that does not mean we will comply. Because those patterns might be important or interesting for our book. So I kinda want them. Let's take a look at them first. Well, that's a bunch of scribbles.
The police file contains partial patterns from the first 6 voodoo murders.
Huh, well, I am not entirely sure what to make of that. It's too bad we don't have the complete pattern, but it would take someone with considerably more artistic skill to reconstruct that. So you might think we can ask Grace to do that, since she had oils and stuff, painter's equipment in the office, but no, that is not the case. Anyway, I want to take those files with me, but we can't photocopy them.
I told you, you can't photocopy official police files.
Right. Sorry. I forgot.
And nor can we leave.
Don't leave the office area with that file, please.
For some reason Gabriel walks really fast after using the photocopier, but it'll go away once we leave the screen again. Well, since we cannot photocopy or take the files with us, I suppose there's no choice but to just give them back.
I'm done.
Yeah, thanks.
But notice she does not put them back in the cabinet. She leaves them on her desk. Which means that if we can get her away from her desk, we might be able to get that file and copy it after all. Now, how can we do that? Well, remember there was a conversation option with Mosley that I did not yet use. A conversation option that had to do with photographs.
Can I ask you about some stuff?
You're the writer. Ask away.
I got those photographs you left for me.
So you said. Did you think of any other shots for the book?
Because here we got the option to do a cop-author photo. And remember, Franks is the department photographer. So she would be the one taking that photo, getting her away from her desk. So all we need then is an excuse for us to leave while she is in here, and we can steal or copy that file.
A cop author photo might be nice.
You and me? Together?
Why not? Of course, you'll have to try to tone down your masculinity.
Yeah.
Well, okay. I'll call the police photographer.
I'm sure Franks will be thrilled to be given such an important assignment.
Franks, come here a minute, would you? Bring your camera.
What did you need, Detective Mosley?
We need a picture, please. And make it a good one, huh, sweetheart?
Sure, sweetheart.
Say, chintzy.
Was there anything else, Knight?
I have my doubts about whether or not he's actually going to use this photo, but that's not the point. Now we need an excuse to get out of here. Taking another picture won't help, and suggesting this is only likely to get us slapped. But checking our hair is a reasonable excuse, considering Gabriel's obsession with it.
Hold on a sec while I go check my hair.
Good God, Knight, make it fast.
And that did the trick. Now we can just sneakily snatch that file.
Let me see that file again.
Now I believe you can actually steal the file, if you want, but you'll get more points for copying it and putting it back.
Just want to check this machine here.
Very inconspicuous. Right, there we go. Now let's put the original back. And there we've got some copies. You might actually think first off that you could also use a sketchbook to copy the symbols, but you can't. This is the only way, I'm afraid. Anyway, let's head back. I'm sure they're wondering why we're taking so long.
Would you just get in here? Hurry up, would you?
Okay, ready.
Thanks, hon. Let me know when you got it developed. The photos, that is.
Yeah, sure.
Ah, the days before digital photography. Well, that's about it for the police station, I do believe. For today, anyway.
I'm gonna hit the road.
Ciao, baby.
So it is time for us to leave and see what else we can do. One location we have not yet visited, which is the Napoleon House. Let's go and check it out. Even though there isn't actually anything useful we can do there on day one, but we can at least talk to people. More street drummers. They're really popular in New Orleans, aren't they?
A street drummer has found a spot outside the Napoleon House. The Napoleon House is one of the French Quarter's very old, very classic neighborhood bars and restaurants. Gabriel is found here frequently.
Oh, it looks like a nice enough place. Lots of booze.
The bar is a 19th century antique in lovingly polished walnut.
And they got a bust of Napoleon, appropriately enough.
It's a bust of Napoleon. How apropos.
That's what I said, basically.
Shut up! You are a fungus.
Fancy old liquor bottles contribute to the general decor.
Some random guy insulting some other random guy. Let's see, the bartender.
Gabriel and the bartender are old pals. His name is Stonewall King, and he knows everybody round here.
That means that he's probably a good person to talk to. Let's see.
Hi, how's it going?
It's been worse.
But from that statement, I assume it's also been better.
Business picking up?
Some. Mostly locals, as usual.
You ever get tired of tending bar for a living?
Never thought much about doing anything else.
The weather's pretty crappy out there today.
I wouldn't know. I'd never get out of here before dark.
Long working hours?
This looks like a lively crowd.
Lively crowds are trouble. These guys just sit and drink. That makes me happy.
Makes life easier, I suppose.
Hi, how's it going?
Alright, we can actually ask him questions.
Could I ask you a few questions?
Sure. I'm not too busy at the moment.
Of course, we can go through the usual list of topics, although I doubt he'll be much help. But let's do so anyway.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
Voodoo? I don't believe in it myself. I invented a drink once called Laveau's Tomb, but it wasn't very popular. Some people do believe, though. Even some of our regulars here at Napoleon House.
Really? Who?
What can you tell me about voodoo?
I'm no expert. You might want to talk to someone who believes in it.
And can't you tell us who?
What can you tell me about voodoo?
I'm no expert.
Apparently not.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
It's all over the papers. Some kind of serial killings.
Yes, we kind of already knew that bit.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
They say a lot of voodoo stuff is found near the bodies.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
Everybody's talking about them. It's starting to scare off the tourists.
Well, that's bad for your business, I suppose.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
Everybody's talking.
New Orleans, then?
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
Greatest city in the world. I'd never want to live anywhere else.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
This city must get 1 million tourists a year, especially around Mardi Gras.
Yeah, it is kind of famous, isn't it?
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
A lot of people come here 'cause they think it's mysterious. All that talk about voodoo.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
You should probably find a book on the subject, you know.
Alright, we'll move on. How about snakes?
Do you know anything about snakes?
What about them?
Oh, just anything.
Man, you ask the weirdest questions. I don't know anything about snakes.
Yeah, that was kind of unlikely. We'll continue talking to this guy in the next video.